All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. All praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, which is to say in the Paleo Hebrew, Yahweh, which is the name of our Heavenly Father, meaning He is, Bahashem, meaning in the name, Yahweh Shai, meaning He is our salvation, and that is who the world ignorantly calls Jesus, a so-called black man. All right, and if you haven't heard by now, our President Donald J. Trump has green lighted a executive order to allow this project AI, which is an acronym for artificial intelligence, Stargate, to commence. Okay. Now it's basically a project that's laying down the infrastructure of AI. Okay. And as we see right here in this video that's queued up, we're going to let it play. Donald J. Trump, along with some other high rollers, are backing this investment. And one of the high rollers that's in his, circle, Elon Musk, doesn't think that these individuals that we're going to see standing around him can actually generate the revenue that they say they're going to generate through this AI Stargate project, which is $500 billion. And they claiming that this person from SoftBank is going to put up $100 billion, but Elon Musk is skeptical about that, all right? And pretty much he wants to have his hand in it, but the other people don't want to have Neuralink involved in this, okay? And Donald J. Trump, at the end of it, is a businessman, okay? So it's all about business for Donald J. Trump. But I bring this to light to show and prove a point that this deportation of these quote-unquote illegal migrants or immigrants is all a facade, okay? They want to empty out the sector that involves agriculture and replace it with eventually AI, okay? And it starts with the least, the bottom, and then it comes up to the top. Your lawyers, your doctors, all of you will be replaced by artificial intelligence. And we're going to read an article that says artificial intelligence, this Stargate project is going to create hundreds of thousands of jobs, okay? And nowhere did it says for the human, all right? It's going to be you are obsolete and this AI is the new sentient, okay? So this is where we at. The mass deportation was all a facade. It was all to get you heavily invested so that he can get back into the office, which he was going to get back into the office either way, okay? It's just that it gave you people something to emotionally invest in. And now you done put all your time and effort in it, and now you're going to see, okay, at the end of all of this, your jobs is going to be what? Taken by artificial intelligence. And it ain't going to have nothing to do with illegal immigrants, okay? That was the bait and switch, okay? They gave you the bait that these illegal migrants are coming over here, taking the good jobs, which for the most part, they were taking the jobs that people didn't want, okay? The labor jobs, the go out and pick the oranges, you see? But they had to give you that illusion that they were taking all the hard-working jobs from the Americans, all right? Where if you want to go by that case, just go back before when the women came into the workforce, all right? See, it was never about the illegal immigrants. It was about them taking what you believe that was your freedom and removing it from out of you, okay? Because there's a saying that if you can control the food, you can control the people. So now that they're removing majority of the illegal immigrants, and we know by, just being part of this society that for the most part, the illegal immigrants, who they call illegal immigrants, but the Northern Kingdom primarily, Issachar, the so-called Mexican, we know those are some of the most hardworking people, man. Okay? So here it is. You got farmers that voted for Trump now seeing the light that, hey, my workers, they don't want to come to work because they're afraid that they're going to get deported. Now who are we going to have to pick the oranges, to fill the agriculture fields? We don't have anybody to do that. So now you, the consumer who voted for Trump, is going to have to pay the price of the increase in the store when they can't pay these cheap laborers to come work on their farms anymore. Okay? But with this AI Stargate project, don't worry about it because it's going to make what those migrant workers was doing look like child's play. Okay? They got machine and AI intelligence that's going to be able to do the work of a whole field of illegal immigrants. Okay? They just wanted to vacate, they just wanted the migrants to vacate the fields and pretty much shake down the farmers to what a point either they got to sell their farmland because they can't afford it anymore because of the labor costs, or they got to come on board with the agenda of these big time corporations, man. Okay? So AI Stargate is the ends to a mean. Okay? It's the ends of this world we in right now, and it's the means of the fourth industrial revolution to come to pass. Okay, so I know I've been kind of long-winded with it, but I just had to lay it out for you so that you can understand exactly what's being going on, what's being put in your face. Okay, so let's let this play right here, and we will take it from there.
All right, we told you yesterday that the tech bro heavy front row of Donald Trump's inauguration would be a sign of things to come, and boy did it happen fast. On his first official working day, the 47th president revealed what he calls the biggest infrastructure project in history. It's called Stargate, a $500 billion US investment in a network of giant data centres to drive artificial intelligence. The first of these 10 data centres is already being built in Texas.
As you know, there's great competition for AI and other things, and they're coming in at the highest level. We're joined by Oracle Executive Chairman Larry Ellison, SoftBank CEO, my friend Masa Yoshi's son, and CEO of OpenAI, and I would say the by far the leading expert based on everything I read, Sam Altman. So that's great that you're coming in together. That's a massive group of talent.
Now, in this giant project, the key initial technology partners are Microsoft, Oracle, NVIDIA, OpenAI, and the UK-based ARM. But Oracle, SoftBank, and OpenAI will fund this giant project.
Last month, I came to celebrate your winning and promised that we will invest $100 billion. And you told me, oh, Masa, go for 200. Yeah. Now I came back with 500. Because this is as you said yesterday, this is the beginning of golden age of America.
And the potential of Stargate is as big as the imagination of future business leaders. But tech veteran Larry Ellison thinks the first applications will be in medical treatments.
The kind of applications that we're building, to give you an idea, maybe the most charismatic and the one that I think touches us all is electronic health records. Not just maintaining electronic health records, but by looking at electronic health records, understanding the condition of the doctors, better understanding the condition of their patients, and being able to provide healthcare plans that are much better than they otherwise would be.
Donald Trump even turned interviewer with the world's most famous proponent of artificial intelligence, OpenAI's chief executive, Sam Altman.
How will AI help us with the fight against the various problems, diseases, etc.?
I believe that as this technology progresses, we will see diseases get cured at an unprecedented rate. We will be amazed at how quickly we're curing this cancer and that one and heart disease, and what this will do for the ability to deliver very high quality healthcare, the costs, but really to cure the diseases.
Meantime, Trump's mate Moshi's company, SoftBank, one of the biggest in Tokyo, had a great day out in the stock market a short time ago. You can see here its shares up 11% on the day. Anyway, later in the program, we're going to explore Stargate and its potential with one of Australia's biggest investors in startup companies for tech companies, SquarePeg's James Tynan.
All right, so as you can see, Make America Great Again is just, as we're seeing, a playground for the billionaires to come out forthright with their agenda and, you know, pretty much separate the working class from the oligarchies, those that are in higher positions, okay? And they put these puppets out here, your Trumps, your Massas, the other two, those are just puppets of the actual elites that's running this thing, okay? So here it is, you MAGA, you thought that Trump was for you, but he isn't, okay? He just got you heavily invested to keep you more docile and dumbed down. But now that you see exactly whose side that Trump is on, it's too late, okay? That's where the civil unrest is going to start to come into place. Because once the illegal migrants are removed from out of the equation and the people have nobody else to blame, they're going to blame their own selves for voting Trump for the next 4 years. Okay? They want to achieve this agenda by the end of his term in 4 years. So just think, your jobs are going to be taken by AI, just like these illegal immigrants. You're going to be the next phase that they're going to get rid of, okay? You can't perform a 24/7 round-the-clock job like these AI artificial intelligence can, all right? So we're going to let this farmer right here tell you and talk about it a little bit, okay? Make sure. Okay, it's recording. Check him out.
We can't have deportations here because it would disrupt our food supply for the country.
So I hope you can see the move that's being put into play right here, okay? They're intentionally going to cripple the economy so that what? They could justifiably bring forth their artificial intelligence Stargate project, which we know is going to be backed by the Mark of the Beast system, okay? The first video, you see they want electronic digital medical records. They want to use this artificial intelligence to fight pestilence, okay? Cancer, all right? They are purposely crippling the agriculture economy by scaring the illegal migrants to not come to work because they face being deported, to leave a lot of farms short-handed. So farms have used mechanisms to milk the cows, and now they got machines that can milk the cows without people. That's all due to artificial intelligence. Okay? So it was never about illegal immigrants per se. It was about bringing forth this economy to shambles where that they could build it back up using artificial intelligence. Okay? And we know that Americans ain't going to want to do this damn work that the illegal migrants are doing. We know that. They're too soft, man. They're not going to want to get up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and go to no orange groves and pick oranges all day long. And the farmers ain't going to want to pay them the price that they asking. So what are they going to do? They're going to revert to artificial intelligence, man. You may not even be eating real fruit anymore or eating real meat anymore, okay? You may be eating lab-grown everything, all right? All for the sake of keeping the environment clean and safe, or whatever pitch they're going to sell to you. Carbon emission or whatever, okay? So this is a serious, dire warning, man. Get your ass and your affairs in order, man, okay? Judgment is on its way, okay? You think your jobs is safe, just ask the illegal immigrants, okay? They don't even want to come to work for fear of being deported, man. The farmers, they're short-handed. They're going to be forced to take the AI route and, pretty much restructure their whole farm to be AI, friendly, okay? And if they don't want to go that route, well, guess what? You, the consumer, is going to have to pay the inflation, the fluctuation of the prices because they're short-handed. So civil unrest is being brewed. Chaos is getting ready to be brewed and brought to the forefront. And that's what they wanted at, okay? Trump and the rest of his, billionaire boy club, okay? These oligarchies, the small percentage, all right? Make America great again. You working class Americans, you felt for it, man. Because they played you. They put you up against Kamala and Biden, all right? It's all an act. By the time you figure it out, it's too late, okay? So let's read a little bit about what is Stargate. It says Trump ambitious AI infrastructure venture. And as we heard, they've already started building a Stargate Center in Texas, okay? So they've already got the plan up off the ground. It says, when President Trump announced the new $500 billion Stargate AI venture from OpenAI, SoftBank, and Oracle on Tuesday, he promised it will ensure the future of technology in the U.S. So this is the fourth industrial revolution, man, that we heard about. Look it up, all right? Technology, merging man with machine, okay? And eventually just having machine doing everything. It says, the future of technology in the U.S. So far, Wall Street appears to agree, with some analysts speculating about its potential to transform the tech industry. But the project is also sparking some questions and skepticism, including pointing criticism from one of Mr. Trump's closest advisors, tech billionaire Elon Musk. And he's only using skepticism because he wants to pretty much be autonomous. He pretty much sees himself running all of America. He doesn't want to share it with any other AI, OpenAI, SoftBank, or Oracle. He wants to do everything on his own. Okay? It goes on to say, they don't actually have the money, Musk wrote on X, the social media app he owns. SoftBank, which was the Asian fella, well under 10 billion secured. I have that on good authority. So let's scroll down and see a little bit more. I was reading this and I want to point out some points that I read. It says, what is Stargate Project? Stargate is a venture that has the backing of OpenAI, Oracle, and Japanese company SoftBank, with the latter promising an initial investment of $100 billion, according to Tuesday's announcement. Let's see. It says, where will Stargate be located? Stargate investment will be directed toward constructing data centers to support AI development, according to the announcement. Already, there are data centers under construction in Texas. So they've already started to get their plan off the ground by creating these data centers, and they've got one that they're creating and constructing in Texas already. Now they're going to look to do 20 more, I believe, by the end of this year, okay? It says, with the first one located in Abilene, Oracle Elson said at the press conference, the goal is to construct 10 data centers initially, with plans to expand to 20 locations of about 500,000 square feet each, he added. Other potential sites for data centers across the nation are also being evaluated, according to a person familiar with the project. All right, and it wouldn't surprise me if they build one somewhere near California with all those wildfires that's cleaning out all that land over there, allegedly. What type of projects will Stargate AI pursue? The data centers will be used by OpenAI, according to the person familiar with the project. During the press conference, Ellison highlighted AI's ability to transform healthcare. You don't have illegal immigrants in that field. You see, what's going to be the excuse when it starts replacing these nurses, these doctors? There's no illegal immigrants in those fields, so you can't blame it on the illegal immigrants that you can't find jobs. Okay, once they've been deported back to their prospective country, and now AI is starting to take over from the bottom up, and it reaches the jobs that you thought that would be secure, you won't have any excuse, okay? Other than you just got to take that chip, all right? It says, during the press conference, Ellison highlighted AI's ability to transform healthcare, saying that the tools provided by OpenAI and SoftBank are helping to develop a cancer, you see the word, vaccine, okay? Want to make sure I didn't skip anything. Yeah. So the AI is going to be highlighted by transforming the healthcare industry or sector with tools by OpenAI, SoftBank. They're going to help develop a cancer vaccine, man. You see the word vaccine. You can do early cancer detection with a blood test, and using AI to look at the blood test, you can find the cancer that is seriously threatening the person. Ellison said, once we gene sequence the gene tumor, you can vaccinate the person against that cancer, and you can make the MR, you see the other two letters, VC, robotically using AI within 48 hours. So guess what? That chip is going to be able to gene sequence your DNA, okay? You take that chip, they're going to be able to reroute or rewrite your DNA gene to fight any type of ailments, okay? And this shit is sounding like something off of the Sci-Fi Channel. But this is where they're taking it at with this AI, man. All right? So, gene sequence, okay? How many jobs could Stargate create? Mr. Trump claimed the venture would create over 100,000 American jobs almost immediately. And he didn't specify whether they were going to be human jobs or artificial intelligence jobs, okay? But the detail the devil is in the detail. He didn't say it, so you, in your mind, you thinking that's good. That's 100,000 human jobs. He didn't say that. It just said 100,000 American jobs. All right? Almost immediately. While OpenAI, in a statement on his website, says Stargate will create hundreds of thousands of American jobs. So look, they're going to replace the whole workforce, man. Okay? They're going to create jobs for AI. They're not talking about you, the human. You're going to be replaced. Just like the illegal immigrants. Okay? OpenAI, Stargate is going to replace hundreds of thousands of American jobs. People jobs. And replace them with what? AI, computers, robots, all of it. Okay? We're going to get into scripture. We just setting the stage right now. It says new hires for the project will be situated close to the data center locations, according to the person familiar with the venture. Stargate will hire people for construction, operation, and other areas, they said. Right. They probably going to need, people to build the building that's going to house the motherboards and everything else. But after that, they're gonna do away with they're gonna do away with this workforce, man. Okay, it's hemorrhaging, money. Okay, they're losing money from the people. All right, if they weren't willing to keep cheap labor, how much more do you think they're going to be willing to stick around and keep six-figure, salaries on the books, man? If here it is, they don't even want to keep laborers that's getting paid $5-6 an hour. You think they're gonna want to stick and keep around with salaries that they got to pay to doctors and lawyers of 7 figures, 6 figures? Hell no, man. It's just that they're gonna make those the last ones that they probably get rid of before AI completely takes over the workforce, the marketplace. It says, new hires for the project will be situated close to the data center locations, according to the person familiar with the venture. Stargate will hire people for construction, operations, and other areas, they said. What is President Trump's AI policy? All right, you can read about that all you want. So you get the gist of it, okay? You get the gist of it. AI Stargate is the means to an end of this revolution, and the beginning of the fourth industrial revolution, all right? So let's grab a few precepts and let's take it from. We are in the book of 2 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 11. It reads, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right. So we understand the play. Those of us that are actually watching and being sober, we can see it for what it is. Okay. You MAGA, Trump supporting Americans that thought that your jobs were safe and that they will only come after the illegal immigrants and you can somehow reclaim your country and get jobs and raise a family. You've been duped. You've been had. You fell for the banana in the tailpipe. All right? You see it. Okay? There's no job safe. And we're going to get it in scriptures. There's no job that is safe, man. All right? So do whatever you think you got to do to save up, to cash out, to, whatever. It ain't going to work. Your IRAs is going to be obsolete. Your 401ks, all of that, man. It's all going to get transitioned over to digital currency, man. All right? And how are you going to receive it and take it unless you get that chip? So it says, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right? We see the play being put into motion, man. By the time the people wake up, the prices are going to be already hitting them in the grocery stores. Damn. I don't see no more illegal migrants, but why am I paying $10 for a gallon of damn orange juice when just Last year I was paying 3 something for it. Well, there's nobody to pick the oranges. Okay? Or now that we got AI doing all the work, we gotta, pay for the machines until we break even, and then we can lower the prices. So who knows how long it's gonna take for them to fully integrate AI into the workforce. Okay? But leading up into them fully integrating AI into the workforce, you, the consumer, is going to have to pay for it, okay? You're going to have to pay for these farmers switching over from manual labor to artificial intelligence labor, okay? They got to pass off the cost to you, the consumer, man, okay? Or how else are they going to stay in business? You want them to go out of business to keep their prices down? Is that what you're telling the farmers and the other people that's being currently, plagued with not having workers to show up to work because they're afraid of being deported? They can't do that, okay? They can't do that, all right? So get ready, all right? You the people, you voted for this. You didn't think too much, okay? You didn't think too far down the line, all right? You so-called Americans, all right? And rightfully so. You're going to get everything you deserve, man. The heartaches, the pains, the inflation. And you can't blame nobody but yourself, all right? Because you voted for him to be in office, thinking that he had your best interests at heart. You're not, like it says, like the old saying goes, what have you done for me lately? What have you done for Trump that he should be so, willing to stick his neck out for you, all right? Even in his inauguration, when he got sworn in, he didn't even put his hand on the Bible, man. Showing you that this is just a business transaction from him. This is an ends to a mean, or a mean to an ends, okay? His constituents, those that are heavily invested in him, that put millions and dare I say billions, he's doing them what they've did to back him up, okay? They asked him to pass these policies. They asked him to bring forth this project. They asked him to sign these executive orders. That's who he's doing these executive orders for, not you, the people. He just was selling you a pitch as a master salesman, and you bought it. Okay? You bought it. I will get rid of the illegal immigrants on day one. And you thought he was doing you a favor when he was getting those orders from his constituents, those that are actually backing him with real money. Okay? They more than likely told him to get rid of the illegal immigrants so that we can bring in our AI. All right? And he did it. All right? But as a master salesman, as a snake oil salesman, he sold it to you, the people, as him doing you a favor. And you bought it. Okay? I want him to close the borders down. Okay? That's what he wanted you. That's what he wanted you to want him to want. He wanted you to want him to close down the borders. Okay? This been 8 years in the making. It was all strategically planned. Have Trump come in, say that he's going to close the border, have another administration come in where it can prolong it so that they can build up the intensity of letting migrants come in and allow the people, the working class people, to feel like those migrants is taking their food off their table. So then when Trump runs again, his second term, they'll clamor for him to come in and close the border. And in doing so, that's exactly how it played out. Now he's closing the border. He's taking away the illegal immigrants. He's deporting them. And it's all according to plan so that what? They can bring forth this AI technology. Okay? The infrastructure, Stargate. All right? And eventually, it's going to come to the upper class society, the six figures, the doctors, the lawyers, because you're going to be able to pretty much have an AI lawyer to do everything for you, where you don't need a real lawyer anymore. Okay? He's also trying to he's also trying to do away with public education. Okay? And the teachers are finding out the hard way they voted for him. He's trying to cut that out of the curriculum. Okay? So you're gonna have to pay for schooling. I mean, you get what you deserve, as they say. So 2 Corinthians 2:11, lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices. Right? We understand that this place is falling, man. We understand it. Those of us that are actually are keeping up with the times and that's on our watch, we understand this place is falling. But to you Americans that think America will be made great again, it's because you have no clue. You don't even know America is Babylon the Great. And it tells us in the scriptures, we would have healed her if she could, but she can't. You see, by the time you actually come to the realization that you've been duped and had, it's going to be too late. You're going to be with a chip in your hand. All right? So 1 Thessalonians chapter 5 and verse 3 reads, for when they shall say peace and safety, so we're going to take the illegal immigrants out. We're going to make America great again. That's them saying you're going to have your peace of mind back. Your jobs are going to be secure and safe. It says, then sudden destruction cometh upon them. Then they allow you that little bit of time of prosperity before they fully integrate the workforce with AI, artificial intelligence, infrastructure. And then it says what? Then sudden destruction will come upon them. Then you lose your jobs. You lose your livelihood. You see? You can't do no blaming on no illegal immigrants because they've been gone now for months, years. You had your little 1 year or however long of prosperity where you was able to find jobs, where you was able to, whatever you claimed that the illegal immigrants did, you was able to do all that for that little bit of time. Now, these jobs is being turned over to AI, and now you come to work one day and you got to be faced with the choice of, do you play ball and get the chip to keep your job, or do you say, I can't, and now you got to find somewhere to stay? You see? So they're going to give you a little time of prosperity in the sun before they fully integrate it over to the AI, artificial intelligence infrastructure, where you come to work one day or you go to the hospital and they say, in order for us to see you, we have to have you chipped to see whether or not you have any type of ailments. Or you go to your church one day and your church pastor tells you can't come in through the door unless you've been chipped. And you say, wait a minute. I never heard you say anything like that. Well, it's here. Or you take your little son or daughter to school and they got enforcements there at the gates that's saying you can't drop your child off unless they've been chipped. So you may live in that moment for a period of time where you feel like America's doing good, but hey, then sudden destruction coming, okay? Then you come to work one day, like I said, or the scriptures say, or you go to church one day, or you go to school one day, and then all of a sudden, you're faced with the ultimatum. Do you get the chip, or do you turn back and go home? You see? And then eventually, you got to pay your rent. Then eventually, you got to pay your mortgage. Eventually, you got to pay your car note. Eventually, you got to pay your insurance. Eventually, you got to pay your property on your taxes. And you're going to have that chip. Artificial intelligence, Stargate, the infrastructure, they're putting it into place. They got the data centers. So they letting you know this system, this internet is going to be replaced with a digital ID. Everyone's going to have their digital ID. That's going to be on that chip. So you get on the internet, we know who you are. We got the infrastructure. We're building in Texas. So it says, for when they shall say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh upon them, as travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. Right? So it's going to be a lot of pain and agony going on. And you're not going to be able to escape these judgments, man. Okay? This is what you ask for. You see? The Most High is just obliging you in your request. You asked for this. You said you want to make America great again. You wanted Donald J. Trump. So guess what? You got him, okay? And it's for you 2/3 that don't believe, you non-believers, along with the rest of these Egyptians and Babylonians, these Americans, all right? So we're coming to that point, man, okay? This is inevitable. Technology, the future is technology, okay? They just got to make the way, all right? That wildfire, don't think that was just a coincidence. No, they want to make what? LA a smart city by 2028. That's 3 years. That's right around the time, that they claiming that this project would take about 4 years to complete. All right? So who knows if there'll be another president after this term, man? This may be the last this may be the last president. All right? We may have a digital president, man. Or a one world order. Okay? So you're potentially experiencing or have experienced your last election. All right? We talk about after these 4 years, there may not be another election. Okay? Abaratasa, Father will. Okay? There may not be any more elections in the sense of, Republican versus Democrat. This may have been the last one. All right? So let's go to Isaiah 19 and let's start at let's just get to the point. This is Isaiah 19 and verse 14. It reads, Yahweh have mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. A drunken man staggereth in his vomit. Neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which is synonymous with America. Egypt is synonymous with bondage, okay? And America is the modern day, is the spiritual Egypt, man. It says, which the head, the higher class, or tail, the lower class. We're seeing the tail being affected by it right now, okay? The migrants, they don't want to come to work for fear of being deported, all right? What's going to eventually affect the head is this AI, this artificial intelligence, Stargate, all right? It's going to affect those that are, in that false sense of security, that their jobs will be secure. A nurse, a truck driver, a lawyer, a doctor, an actor, a painter, anything. It could be replaced and upgraded by artificial intelligence. An NBA player, NFL player, they could just get your likeness and put it into a digital form, okay? And create a whole new, way of entertainment, all right? Avatars and things of that magnitude. So it says, verse 15, neither shall there be any work for Egypt which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. Right. Those hundreds of thousands of jobs that they're being created is for artificial intelligence. It's not for you, the people. Okay? And I think you're going to realize it, but it's going to be too late. And that's when the uproar is going to take place. When they come to realization that we ain't got no jobs, AI is taking it, then who you going to blame? See, you're going to blame your government, but by that time, it's going to be too late. Then that's when the civil unrest is going to take place. That's when the race wars is going to take place for the last bit of jobs that they got left, that they can't blame on the illegal immigrants. Then they're going to look at you, so-called blacks. All right? It was better before you enter into the force. See, it was the illegal immigrants, all right? Then they may even say the women. It may be a gender race as well. Well, we had jobs before the women got back into, was allowed to come into the workforce. Then eventually it's the blacks. See, you're going to see what these good old boys really think of you, man. Okay, when the food is scarce out there and they got to feed their children, they're going to look for any excuse to get lively with you. Okay? Right now, it seems like we're sticking together as an American. These illegal immigrants coming over, taking all our jobs and stuff like that. They got the jobs that nobody else want to do, man. Let's be for real, okay? You ain't seeing Hector in a goddamn law firm, you know, without his quote unquote citizenship. You ain't seeing no illegal immigrants inside, you know, a doctor's office. You seeing them in what? Jobs that people don't want, man. And if you say you want it, then why don't you go down there and work? Why don't you go down there and pick these oranges in 20 degrees weather, 30 degrees weather, 105 degrees weather? You won't. You rather start your YouTube channel and think you're going to get it and make it like that. You don't want those problems, man. Okay? You're just looking for any and every excuse to blame on someone else but yourself. But this system, this government is coming to you, and he's going to show you exactly what he's all about. All right? And you're gonna bump up and you're going to resist. And guess what? He's going to have his troops in place for that particular moment. He's getting everything in order right now, man. He's getting the infrastructure put into place. AI. Big brother. Watching you. Scoping you out. Seeing what you all about. All right? Make no mistake about it. Okay? And the people, they ain't going to see it until it's already here. And by that time, it's going to be too late, man. Civil unrest. America. Babylon the Great. It's falling. It's falling. So we in that age, okay? They bringing the technology, the technological aspect to this society, man, here in America. All right, and we seeing other nations, they all complicit too, man. Psalms 83. Moab, Ammon, all of them, okay? They all on board, man, with this one world order. This is Mark 3. Just to harp on the vision that's coming. In verse 24, it says, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. Which is why America will eventually fall, man, from within, okay? It's going to implode from within on itself. The people are going to be fighting for that last bit of bread, that last bit of orange juice, okay? They're going to be fighting. See, the higher ups, these oligarchies, they're going to set the stage for where people can fight against themselves, man. They're setting the stage right now. They're going to sit back from their palatial, you know, mansions or wherever they hiding at, watching it all from their bunkers, and they setting the stage, man. Okay, they setting the stage for these Americans. They gave you the right to bear arms, so you can go load up, and they can just watch it being broadcast from their news stations. Okay. So it says, and if a kingdom be divided against itself, that kingdom cannot stand. And if a house be divided against itself, that house cannot stand. Right. You got some people that's trying to hide and obey these illegal immigrants for as much as they can, showing you that they're not with this current administration. All right. So they already ready, man. All right. The stage is being set. Make no mistake about it. It says, and if Satan rise up against himself and be divided, he cannot stand, but have an end. And the end of this man's society is coming to an end, okay? It's getting ready to fall, man. It says, no man can enter into a strong man's house, verse 27, and spoil his goods, except he will first bind the strong man, and then he will spoil his house. Right, so Yahushua is coming to tie this man up, take him into slavery, and spoil his house, man. Take all his goods. Job speak of it. When he should be in his sufficiency of his straits, then when he cough him up, man. Roughly paraphrasing. But it's Job 20 and verse, 22? Job 20:22, in the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him. When he is about to fill his belly, the Most High shall cast the fury of his wrath upon him, and shall rain it upon him while he is eating. So you think he getting this infrastructure put into place? You think he's building up his data centers to, haul all this information? Because make no mistake about it, they're going to be tracking us, man. Those that take the chip, they're going to be tracking us, okay? Whoever has it, you will be tracked. This is the whole purpose, all right? They may come out first, not putting out the chip, but just giving you some type of CBDC, which is short for central bank digital currency, where you have it on your app and collect the data from off your app and track us that away. But then when they make the switch over to the actual chip, where now it's being embedded into your hand, you're being tracked. They've got the data centers already stationed strategically across the land. They got the 5G network towers. That's why Yahweh Shah said, when you see the abomination of desolation, let whoever read this flee into the mountains, man. They're going to use these smart cities for these stations to track the people. This is your new way of life if you so choose the mark of the beast. You're going to be herded into these smart cities where everything is monitored and they got everything on data centers. So you got a specific amount of time to spend these credits, or if not, they dissipate or disappear off your chip. If you send tweets that you're not supposed to send, your chip will be cut off for that week or however long. China is using something similar to this called a social credit score, okay? So this is the way that this place is heading to, all right? So, hey, keep playing around if you want to, man. It's going to hit you, all right? It's going to hit you. Just ask the Northern Kingdom brothers, man. Okay? You may have some of them, you may have some brothers that's in the truth, that's over here, that's not quote unquote legally over here, and they gotta try to get by and find means of making a way, while this deportation is taking place, man. Okay? So, hey, no one is exempt from these judgments, man. Okay? Eventually, it's coming for all of Israel. All right? Northern and Southern Kingdom. All right? We are going to be put on the block. That's what Jacob's trouble is about. Okay? Jacob, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? It's going to be trouble for us. Okay? This is when this devil is going to come down with great wrath. Why? Because he knows he has but a short time. So he got to roll. He got to get this ball rolling, man. The persecution, he got to set the persecution up. So it's starting with the Northern Kingdom. It's going to eventually roll over to the Southern Kingdom, and it's going to be all of Israel, man, persecuted in the eyes of the public court. These damn heathens, all right? So Esau's getting ready to come. He's getting ready to roll with it, man. All right? So this is where we at. Get yourselves together, man. Repent. Ask the Lord, Yahweh B'Hashem Yahweh Shah, for mercy, man. We're going to need it. He's getting ready to cut loose these damn devils, man. They getting ready to play. They got their robot dogs. They got their drones. They got the military. They got everything, man. They're going to test out this damn AI infrastructure on you jakes, man. Okay? The other countries, they trying to put their bids in. They think they got next once America fall. You got some of them teaming up. All right? We see it. We see Trump with his, his circle, his inner circle that they showed in the first video, that's trying to invest in this and put in billions of dollars. Dare I say, hundreds of billions of dollars. See, they ain't gonna expect Yahushua to come and meet them though. In the midst of their plans, Yahushua is coming back, and they're gonna cough it all up, man. You see, that's what Yahushua says. He's gonna tie up that man in stronghold and take his goods, man. Yahushua's coming to take it all, man. He's coming to take all these crowns from these kings, man. There ain't gonna be no other ruler but Yahweh Bahashim Yahushua, man. All right? And if you ain't right with the Lord and Savior, guess what? You're going to be done away with too. All right? So let's finish up and close out with 1 Peter 5 and 8. It reads, be sober, be vigilant. Why? Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour. Right? And trust and believe, man, the play is so smooth that it's already been put into action, okay? So these people better start to enjoy their last time of actually being able to afford some shit, man. All right? The prices is going to go up. The jobs that you're going to find, you ain't going to like. All right? The only jobs that's going to be available is those that these illegal immigrants was at. These low-tier jobs that you wouldn't dare want to do anymore. All right? But you're going to have to, all right? In order to pay for that damn price that the food is going up. And it's all because you wanted it, all right? So be sober, be vigilant. Why? Because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about seeking whom he may devour, all right? And he's already on his post. He's already walking around making his ways. He's getting ready to open up that mouth and start doing a little bit of devouring, man. All right? He's got 4 years. He's got 4 years to really start to put everything into place, man. So here we go. All right? So with that being said, pray someone was edified through this lesson. And until the next time, if it be the Lord's will, stay strong, stay in the faith. We almost home. Shalom. Peace.